All that is perceived carries the imprint of the one who perceives it. The qualities assigned to others, judgments about others, whether it is about their character, their intentions, or their presence, are not independent of the internal state of the one who is perceiving these qualities or making these judgments. Judgments and perceptions about others are filtered and interpreted through the perceiver's own internal state. What one calls seeing clearly is often the mind reflecting itself outward. Perception, therefore, becomes less about others and more about the condition of one's own consciousness. Projections are a default function of the mind that organizes reality through memory, belief, and identity. Without awareness, this process runs on autopilot. There is an assumption that what is seen is objective, fixed, and accurate. To recognize projection is to begin withdrawing false certainty from what is seen and taking responsibility for one's own internal state. Similarly, what is recognized in another as kindness, warmth, or love is not separate from the observer. These qualities resonate because they already exist within the observer's own field of consciousness. Just as judgment reveals unresolved tension, the ability to perceive love reflects an openness already present. What we call seeing goodness is the mind no longer obstructing what is naturally there. Recognizing love and kindness is not a projection in the same way that judgment is. It does not impose meaning onto reality, but it does reflect the absence of obstruction in perception. What is seen as love is not created by the mind. It is a natural state of being, and it is recognized when the mind is no longer filtering or distorting what is present. Love becomes apparent when the internal field is clear enough to see it. It is taking responsibility for recognizing and refining what is carried internally and then projected onto the world. Reactions and judgments that carry emotional charge are signals, not accurate conclusions about reality. This is an opportunity to look inward to understand oneself and dissolve illusions, beliefs, and projections about the other and the world. Instead of correcting the external environment, attention returns to the source of perception itself. Responsibility shifts from what is happening out there to what is happening within. This is the beginning of self-mastery. The goal isn't to self-criticize or create self-blame. This adds another layer of illusion and a more subtle layer of projection onto oneself. Taking responsibility means clarity of seeing. It means understanding that the quality of one's experience is inseparable from the state of one's consciousness. When the internal state is projected but clearly seen, the projection loses its authority and emotional charge. Perceptions are no longer distorted. Others are no longer required to carry the burden of meanings that were never theirs to begin with. With this understanding, the division between an internal and external world begins to dissolve. The perceiver and the perceived are no longer held as separate. Experience becomes direct and precise, no longer filtered through interpretations that generate consequence and sustain unnecessary suffering. This is where one returns to a state of clarity where projections dissolve entirely. No qualities need to be assigned, and no conclusions need to be formed, and nothing stands between awareness and what is, only an experience in its purest form. Thank you all for being with me through this transmission. If you like what I share, please like, share, and subscribe. In gratitude, peace, and love, I thank you for your support. Namaste.